Hello, everybody! Welcome to session 11 of The Soul's Confidant. I am your game master, Marin. I use they, she pronouns, and I play everyone that my players do not. Let's go around, say hi, who we're playing, and what we did in downtime, starting with April.
Oh, it's me. It's me. Hi, friends. I'm April. I am playing Lillian Yoon. We are both she, her. I am a bizarre ardent of the odor of Gotika who splinters into fragments. And what I did in downtime is pull up my list of things I did in downtime. Sorry. I wasn't ready. Never made me go first. I get so flustered. In the downtime this week, Lillian did a couple things. She regained her memory, so most of it was spent kind of doing things to help refresh her memory and remembering things. A big thing is there was a family day with Ishmael and them and Karen, and it was just a beautiful, wonderful day where nothing bad happened.
Absolutely nothing happened. In all 100% seriousness, it was lovely.
We had to double check. It was a perfect, wonderful day. And she has some new information that she needs to share with the group.
Let's go to Val.
Oh, and she leveled up her forte.
Hell yeah. Val.
I did a lot of things in downtime. Also, hello everyone. My name is Valiant, and I use he, him, his pronouns, and I play Ishmael, who uses he, they pronouns. Ishmael is an iconoclastic empath, the Order of Goetics, who calls upon the serpent. And in terms of downtime activities, he advanced his forte, gaining the voice of the serpent and the speed of the serpent. He obtained the secret, death in each hand, and bought another pistol so he can shoot 2 pistols now. It's great. It's excellent. Pew pew, baby. Let's go. And he was gay with Kiran for a significant part of this downtime. Stay tuned for that. And spoke to an old friend of his, of which information will seem relevant to the party soon enough. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
See?
Hi everyone, my name is C. I use they, them pronouns. I am playing Alecto, the curse maker who uses they, them, or they, them pronouns. Alecto is an Arametic stoic apostate who converses with everything, and this week on downtime, Alecto turned into 12 tiny versions of themselves to guard the house without a key, which was mostly successful. Just by the way, there were some like this tall Alectos running around the house without a key. Just generally, like for like a few days, like for a little while there, nothing happened, all was well. And Alecto also smoked some weed to learn about the future or the past. It also went great. They continued to do some hashtag work with a ghost. And what else? I think that is everything. They are about to go visit, not a friend, but they went for a house call.
An acquaintance.
They went for a house call.
Hamnah.
Hello everyone, my name is Hamnah and I use any and all pronouns. Today I will be playing Roshni, who uses they, them pronouns. Roshni is an itinerant ardent of the Order of Weavers who caught Fire's eye. What did Roshni do during downtime? They spent a lot of time with Emery, spending, very quality time with him, making sure that he's okay. They had some heart-to-heart chats about what it's like to not have a soul, because they can now both relate to that. Roshni also went and contacted Shudder, the demon that they were contacted by before, because they don't know that this is the same demon as Ilford, so they wanted to get more information about Ilford by talking to Shudder. That was confusing. And also, Roshni has started to learn a new secret in an attempt to break the Cursemaker's curse.
And Alex, who you're also going to do the recap.
Yeah, the recap. Hi everybody, my name is Alex. I use they, them pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Eleanor Ashley Avon, who is a connected empathic maker who revels in beauty. In downtime, I had a long overdue conversation with one Oliver Burns, finally letting him know just why he did not make it into being a first-degree maker. That hurt. And you can catch that on, I don't know, whenever man releases the sort of dev scenes. I don't know, eventually, in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much all I hit during downtime.
And our recap.
Yeah, our recap. So we will open up. Eleanor is standing on the top, the top floor of the house without a key, looking out a window and just talking out loud. What a week. Things at the Inkblot deteriorated quickly after we laid our plans, and for being generous enough to call that hasty improvisation planning. Ishmael found Kieran in the crowd through a disguise. Those two, they really do love each other. Whatever happens, I hope they can find happiness after this. If there is an after this. Soon after, though, Roshni decided to attack Lance's Barrakin with one of Anya's weapons, tried to steal his soul. No, not tried. They succeeded. These weapons, they are truly terrible things. There is a part of me that delights in knowing that Lance has experienced that horror. It's a short-lived victory, though. Lance is in possession of his own soul siphon, stole my brother's soul before being disintegrated by Roshni. I think they had to kiss him. I cannot imagine a more disgusting task. The demon Ilford also showed up, preventing Ishmael's summoned companion, the angel Artia Il, from acting. Ilford was also in possession of Anya's final weapon. He somehow got it from Avelia, and I can't imagine she would cede it willingly. I don't remember much of what happened after that. We grabbed Emery and left. Ishmael somehow began to transport Kieran. I think I heard Alecto shouting. We managed to avoid the guard, make it to the safe house. We talked about Kieran's fate, about our own next moves. It came to light that Roshni threatened Ishmael to attempt to squeeze information from Kieran. I don't think I know a better liar than Roshni, but I also fear I don't really know what they're capable of. I'm not sure I can say I trust them, but I want to try. We met at the Church of Midnight and talked for a while. I think it helped. I gave them my most recent making, a magical focus suited to their unique set of abilities. Finally, we all met at Lillian's House of Glass to see her have her memories restored. It was wonderful to finally see some joy again. Lillian was so happy, I thought she might burst, but she looks more whole than I've ever seen her before. Almost everything the five of us have been through together, almost all of it would have been worth it just to see Lillian's bright, big smile. Almost all of it. Except for what happened to Emery. His soul was stolen by Lancis, who has been cast into the lands beneath the pale sun of death. Like a parasite, he prolongs his miserable existence by feeding off of the soul of my brother. But I have a plan for that. Not even in death will you escape me, Lancis Barrakin.
Thank you, Alex. Just as a couple reminders, if you want to help, if you like what you do, you want to tip us, we have a tip, and that's !IS tip. And we also, by the way, we have one group hidden knowledge for everybody. Thank you, Quinn.
Woo!
So anyone who needs a hidden knowledge can pull upon that.
Oh, me.
Yeah. Listen, you gave away all your hidden knowledge.
I gave it away.
On your own.
Also, I will say, at the end of narrating all of this, Eleanor will turn and walk from the window over to a desk which has a disembodied hand, which has been taking, basically dictating all of her notes. And I will, read it over, make sure everything is good and correct. I will close the book, and the hand just falls limp.
I was wondering when you were going to use that. And also, as another reminder, we have content warnings for this game because this game was originally designed for mature audiences. Sex, drugs, crimes, violence, body horror, classism, and some degree of BDSM aesthetic are present in our games. We're all using safety tools, and some content warnings specifically for our game is violence, depression, strained or complicated relationships, anxiety, panic attacks, and self-destructive behavior. Violence will definitely be coming up a little bit this session. At minimum. Just a heads up. Anyway. Are we all ready to get started? Don't give me those looks, okay? We start off the game with the first card pull on the Silver Sun. I have pulled the Fleeting Moment. Value of 1. Mysteries, rats, mirrors, and stone. Meanings: lost time, elusiveness, agility, and reaction. Indigo magic is enhanced and gray is hindered. Time moves inexorably forward. Sometimes it moves so quickly that we lose track of it. We try to watch, we try to pay attention, and yet it's gone. Mercurially, it slips through our fingers. Time can move so rapidly, in fact, that we can lose time. Look at the clock, it's 6:22. Look again, seemingly a moment later, and it's 8:05. They say there was once an hour that came after midnight, but eventually it moved so quickly that it disappeared altogether. If that's true, perhaps the fate of all time and the midnight hour will flit away next. Time is elusive and impossible to hold, no matter how you try. It's a force even the gods fear. Alecto. You went to go see someone over the course of the downtime. Also, everybody add 1 week's downtime to your inventory, please. You went to go talk to Taryn Bernards, Roshni's ex. But when you went to go see them at the Blue Royal, and the topic of what you wanted to talk to them about came up, they immediately shut it down, said, I will not talk to you about this in public. Here is my home address. And we can talk about it there within the next day or two, when they aren't quote unquote working. The address given to you is located in an alleyway that is beautifully painted with the bottom of the ocean, with animals that you would find there: fish, whales, crabs, crustaceans, a couple deep sea creatures. And every once in a while, like a dolphin or another animal will jump across the alleyway to the other wall, splattering paint on the ground. And their home is located in a seashell, a clam not too far down the alleyway. They told you the door would be open.
I think as Alecto is going down this hallway, this corridor, alleyway, excuse me, they're like, it's rather enchanting for them, because I think in their mindscape, being able to converse with everything, like the paint has noise, the ocean, like it sounds like they're at the bottom of the world, I think, and it's like a lot quieter than it normally is whenever they go out anywhere. And I think they're just kind of like running their finger along the paint on like one of the walls as they're walking down, and maybe like this little like trail of like fishes are like coming after their finger as they like pull the ripple through the wall. And eventually they like get to this clamshell, and they're so gigantic that I think they just kind of like squat on the ground, look at it. And then there's this image of Roshni, like they're like, I can't imagine Roshni doing this. And they just kind of like tap on the clam shell.
The clam opens and you see a door. Just a small little door.
Alecto has this look, and they're like, oh, I can't get in there. And they like just like pinch and open the door the best they can.
Almost immediately, you find yourself in front of this door. It is average sized, probably still a little, just big enough for you to fit. And it opens into a beautiful parlor with terrazzo floors and beautiful decorations with chandeliers. The lighting in this room is as if you are looking at the surface from underwater, where the sunlight dances across the surface. And even more so than outside, it is quiet. The sound of the ocean can be heard lapping against the shore.
I think it's still oddly nice for Alecto. And they kind of like do one like slow turn in this foyer area before pushing their mask like up and into their hair as they normally do. And I think their mask has new etchings on it. Like they've carved deeper into the gold and the bronze, and there's like 3/4 of it look like each feather now has like this like beautiful, gorgeous detailing. And if you get like super close, each feather also has like little runic symbols on each point. Like all the way up. So their mask is like now carved in this like much greater relief than it was before, almost like plainly and simply. They like push it up into their hair. Anyone home?
Your voice echoes across this home, and after a moment or two you don't hear anything, but then you hear Taryn's voice from the back of the house. Yes, I am. Far room in the back.
And Alecto follows the sound of this person's voice down the hallway. And I think they still like take their time, you know? They're kind of like careful and intentional in here. They like make their way slowly. They like look at stuff. You know, like I assume like given the chandeliers and the general vibes in here, it's like a nice place.
It's very
so I think they like
nice.
take time. Yeah, they like take some time to like look at stuff before just kind of like very casually, like they've been here a million times, I think, like walk into Taryn, whatever room that Taryn is in.
You pass a simple living room with a couch and with navy cushions and 2 closed doors, but the room that you heard them from opens up into what looks like a game room. You see a circular card table at one end, a dartboard hanging in the air in another corner. But at the center of the room, there is a large table with multiple game boards, some on the table, some hovering, and you recognize this as the Spiders game. Taryn is standing near one of the walls, but calling them walls is generous because the walls of this room look like the ocean, and there is water moving and lapping against the edge of the floor, and you can see fish and other creatures swimming around, and Taryn has their back to you, looking out with a glass of something in their hand.
I think Alecto just pulls up right beside them, right? They just kind of like walk super casually like over to this wall window also. And I think like as they were walking down the hallway, they were like imagining Roshni in this place, like almost like following their ghost down these hallways, you know, like just being like, is that where they would sit, or like would it be here or here? Just like imagining these little places. And they just pull up beside Taryn. Fire and water is an interesting combination. In the end, one always wins out.
It is. Would you like anything to drink?
No, thank you.
And they take a sip of what you can now see as red wine.
Do you often drink and play?
Usually. Not when I'm at the Royal, but at home, yes.
Your little shell is rather impressive.
Thank you.
Did you mean to do it?
No.
I didn't think so. You understand why I'm here.
As soon as you were asking about it, yes. But no, I did not mean to do it.
Well, at least then I won't have to kill you.
You could try.
I could.
And they just give you
And
a
I would
wry smile.
I promise I would be very good at it.
They give you a small smirk and take another sip of their wine.
I assume it was due to your affliction.
You know, I did some looking into you after you left the last time we met. When you beat me.
I'm flattered.
You can call it what it is. It's a curse.
Well, some people like their curses. Have you ever been down to the Undersling?
No, I have not.
The place is falling apart. The entire district is cursed. But it makes it what it is. And there are some things that thrive even under those circumstances. You are a player of games. You make bets. Your curse is part of you. In a way.
At this point, yes.
Do you want it to be?
I don't know. I really don't.
given the opportunity, sometimes we don't know which way we want to take forward. But I can offer you at least the choice. If you tell me where Roshni's soul is, I will offer you that. The chance to play games at your own risk. So you don't snuff out anyone else's game. Anyone else's life.
You come in here trying to make deals. I know you were looking for it, but we don't need to make a deal. I'm assuming Roshni didn't tell you how they lost their soul to me.
Roshni isn't very forthcoming about very many things at all. You should know that, shouldn't you?
Exactly. And how many of the details do you know of my curse?
Intimately. We shared it for a moment.
Then you know that I cannot detail the terms of a bet. Roshni bet it, and I just had the means to take it at the time. And their face turns really pained for a second. I said that we can talk about it after we've all had time to cool down, and I would have given it back to them if they asked. But they never came back, and I'm sure you know by now that when Roshni has something in their head, it's almost impossible to change.
I do know that. But sometimes it takes an outside eye. Someone who cares about you to help in the way that you never thought that you could be helped.
Alecto, I have a question for you. This is Mare asking.
Ooh.
When you're having this conversation and you are talking about Roshni, how apparent are your feelings towards Roshni? Are you hiding it, or are they as plain on your face?
Alecto is so bad at hiding their feelings. They're like, I'm stoic, and then they're like, oh, but I'm also in love. It's very clear. Especially to someone I think as perceptive as Taryn is. There's no way that Alecto could hide this, I think.
Perfect. Okay. Just had to ask. It's fine. If you're here asking about Roshni's soul, I'm only assuming that you're here for it.
Yes, I am.
Regardless, I'll still think about your offer. But you don't need to bargain with it. I'll gladly give it to you if you bring it back to them.
You have it.
I've kept it safe for years.
If I didn't hate your guts so much, I might kiss you on the mouth. I don't know.
Please.
No. Yeah. No. Good. Thank you.
And
I know, Taryn, what it's like to hurt the person you love. And there's nothing that you can do to undo that. But I am grateful for this.
Whether they accept it or not, give them my well wishes. We might be over, but I do still care about them.
I will.
And they put down their glass of wine, now empty, and head over to one of the other walls that is ocean. But you see a small swarm of fish, and as you peer a little closer, they're actually swarming a cabinet with heavy wooden doors, and these fish have long, sharp teeth. And Taryn puts their hand into the water and opens the cabinet. And inside you can see a safe. And then
So you literally meant safe. Okay.
in both terms of the word. And they begin to open their safe and pull out a clam. And they gently wipe it dry on the side of their pants before walking back over to you. And hold it out to you.
Roshni's soul is a clam.
Open it.
And Alecto takes the clam very gently. And they just lift. Do they just lift the edge of the clamshell, like, ever so gently?
See, inside is a piece of jewelry, but I'm going to let you describe what it looks like.
Me?
Yeah, what kind of piece of jewelry is it? The only caveat, it has to have at least one gem to house a soul.
I see. It's a ring. Got him. It's a ring.
And the gem that's on the ring sparks with lightning. Very similarly to the earring hanging from Terran's ear. And they are fiddling with it.
Alecto looks at the lightning, and I think they're so attuned to items. I think their eyes just automatically flick to the earring. And they make a face to ask Terran the question that they don't want to ask. Like, is that theirs, too?
You know that little habit of Roshni's with secrets?
Ah.
They lost something else that day, other than their soul. And it was a secret.
And I assume that secret will stay safe.
Absolutely.
That I don't think I can push you on, Terran. You've given me too much already. And Alecto kind of closes the clamshell. And just kind of like tucks it into their over their heart.
Is there anything
I'll do what I
else?
can.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you, Curse Maker?
Call me Alecto.
Thank you, Alecto.
And if you need me, if you want the choice, I'm considering a different title.
I wish you the best
Curse
of luck.
Breaker.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. And you as well.
They nod at you.
Alecto nods back. They affix their mask back over their face, and they walk out with Roshni's soul.
That you do. We have another scene that we will do before we get back to everything else. Eleanor. At some point after the gallery and before everyone else meets back up again, Kay does come and stop by the house without a key.
I would like to say I see him from an upstairs window, and I'm excited to see Kay. I always am. But there's also a part of me that, like, very much out loud sighs, I need to stop having this conversation.
Even from as you watch them approach, you can tell he is tired and exhausted. His tie is just not tied correctly.
Mm-hmm.
The buttons are like one button off, and like his shirt is not tucked in all the way. He's got some like ducktail going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks really tired. before they walk into the house
Sure.
and look for you.
Okay. It's good to see you.
Hey, dear. And he'll give you a kiss and a hug. That lasts a little longer than normal. You can feel the exhaustion. Sorry for the short notice.
It's all good.
You got
I
a
know
couple
you're
minutes?
busy. I do.
Okay. And then he'll just like wave his hand off for you to lead the way to wherever you want to talk.
Yeah. Because of the nature of this conversation, I'm actually probably going to lead into my room.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, and he will follow you before he's letting you take the lead on like where you want to hang out and have this conversation.
Yeah, sure.
Though if you like lead towards like a window, he'll grab like your painting stool.
Sure. So, do you know what happened to Lances? I know he's missing.
Everything is everywhere. The ink blot has been all over the place, and that's what I wanted to at least keep you updated about, because a couple days ago was a mess.
It was.
With the owner technically missing. I don't know what happened to him. But the ink blot is temporarily in the hands of the sodality until they figure out what's going on with him.
Yeah.
I am acting as manager for now, but it's a lot of work and paperwork.
How much do you know about the sodality?
Based off what you've told me some stuff. Not too long after, shortly after we met and started dating. They're a mess, and I remember not being happy that Lances purchased the place, because when you told me about them, my stomach was roiling.
Yeah.
But jobs puts food on the table.
I understand. I do. But one thing you should know that I didn't tell you when we started dating is that I used to work with them. That was how I got into the art world.
I forgot to pull a card, so we're gonna use this as a double
We'll do that now.
a double whammy.
No, let's hope it's a good one, y'all.
I pulled on the green sun. Ooh, double green. The endless woods. Mysteries, rats, mirrors, and sown sounds. Nature, mysteries, the dark side of the forces of life. Green magic is enhanced twice because it's on the green sun, and pale is hindered. The woods and the wilderness are untamed and unsafe. Travel through them is perilous. We hear things all around us that we cannot see. Trees and undergrowth conceal dangers and perhaps wonders. The endless woods is the location cards of the Mysteries family, and rightly so, for it is the very home to the unknown and perhaps the unknowable.
Well, fuck.
Kay sits and listens. Where are you standing in relation to him when...
I'm probably just like sitting on the edge of my bed.
In that case, they would have sat next to you on the bed as well. One hand holding yours, and as you tell him this, there is a slight tensing in his hands around yours.
Yep.
Used to?
Used to.
And the hand relaxes. I'm glad used to.
I feel like I can't get past it. I feel like no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how much I've grown or not grown, no matter how much time has passed, I'm still that same person.
They take their other hand and grab your other hand, so they're holding both of them, and kind of turns you to face him. I assure you, you're not. You say you still haven't seen growth, but you have grown. You are not the same person that I met a long time ago. You're not the same person I met last week. You are new and different and wonderful. Every single time I meet you. As if it's the first time.
And sort of pause for a second. How do you always know just the right thing to say? Do you practice this? Is this rehearsed?
I read a lot.
Fair enough.
Also, you bring out the best in me.
And you, me. One other thing you should be aware of. I know you don't know where Lancis is. I do.
Should I be worried?
Maybe. You know my friend Roshni?
Yes.
Yeah. They stole his soul and then disintegrated him.
I'm sorry, what?
They stole his soul
No.
and then disintegrated him.
Should I be putting this on the pristine guard report?
I don't. If you could leave it off, that would be...
He was a frustrating boss. Okay, this is going to take some processing, but I promise I will not tell the pristine guard.
I can... Having worked with him on other projects, I can assure you he's much worse than a frustrating boss. And in his possession, he had a weapon that also takes or destroys souls. And in his death, he somehow managed to use this on Emery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
No. He's tolerating his existence for now.
If there's anything I can do for your brother, let me know.
I will. But my friends and I are working on it.
Okay.
I think we can fix it.
Okay. Hey, Eleanor.
Yeah?
Thanks for telling me.
I'm only sorry it's taken me this long to tell you.
And he will give you a kiss if you allow him.
I will. Hey, Kay.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too. My heart.
My heart.
I love them. I ship them. Okay. So, what's next, my lovely Soul's Confidant group?
That's it. We live happily ever after. Everything's fine.
Everything is not fine.
Everything is absolutely not fine.
We need to save Emery.
Yeah, I
Also-
think we have to get the group together and then we save Emery.
Also, just a
Yes.
high-level question before I forget. Y'all saw the last thing I posted in general campaign info chat, correct?
That depends on what it was.
More people come to the house
Yep.
for shelter,
Oh yeah,
scared.
I know
some-
exactly what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make
Wait,
sure
what?
everyone saw that.
I just saw that.
More people come into the house for shelter, scared, some listless, as they have
Oh,
as if they
yeah.
have lost the will to live.
Yep.
Yeah, I just
Yep.
wanted to make sure
Yep.
everyone saw that.
I sure did. And that's exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've been waiting
yeah,
for
let's-
everyone to come together before I talk about that.
Yeah, where are y'all coming together?
team meeting.
I think it makes
Meeting.
sense to meet up at the house without a key because I think probably both Eleanor and Roshni in particular have been spending a lot of time there.
And
And if
Emery.
and
Mhm.
Emery,
Yeah.
and if Alecto's been guarding it, then I think it just makes sense.
Alecto,
Are-
would you have told me that you were shrinking yourself down into 12 tiny versions of yourself and then trying to defend the house?
Wait. I would like to add something to this, though. Like, while Alecto was running around as tiny Alecto, Eleanor and Alecto, you would know this because you share the consciousness of all the Alectos. Eleanor, at some point, an unseen child comes up with a little Alecto. Showing you, like, look what I found, this doll I found.
Amazing.
Put me down! Put me down! Put me down! Put me down! I said let go! I said let go!
Alecto, was that you?
What? Yes!
Did you shrink yourself?
I need to be in a lot of places at once. I'm sorry, I can't do a falsetto. I'm trying so hard.
And how does being 4 inches tall help you with that?
Because if I see something, I could be big again. Just put me down! I can the whole spell! It's a jeopardy!
I will reach into my pocket and like produce like a small like hard candy. Could you please put them down? I will take it from here.
Yeah, the child will snatch that candy out of your hand and let Alecto go.
Do they just like drop Alecto and then grab for the candy?
Yes. Absolutely.
Alecto, I think, uses like a bit of like string to like off this like child's like swing down so they don't fall, like however big that would be for the tiny version of themselves. And then they're just kind of on the floor like this big. They look up at Eleanor and then they bolt. They like bolt and they like dive under a counter and they're gone.
I've seen a lot of weird things, but that's probably the weirdest thing I've seen.
Sorry, that's the best scene of the campaign.
Yeah.
Now we all live happily ever after.
Yeah, I think we're done now.
That's it. Pack it up. Pack it up. That's.
Thanks for coming to the finale, everybody.
Yeah, that's
Quick
it.
epilogue. We save the day. We get the soul. Everyone's happy. The end.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's not fine. Nothing is fine.
fine.
Everything's an issue.
Yeah.
Everything's a problem.
Okay, sorry.
All problems can be solved with 12 4-inch tall Electos.
I thought it was 17.
I'm looking at it right now. It is actually 17. Yeah, there's 17
4-inch
of them.
tall Electos.
Also, I don't know what Alecto's like food deal is, so I will lay out like a bowl of water and like some food on the ground because I don't know. Do they need to eat at this size? They can't reach the table, so I will basically lay out some person food, but as if I'm laying it out for them.
There's Alecto with dogs. So funny. It's a tiny person.
I think there's like in the like at night, maybe when you're like getting up to get water in the kitchen or something, you'd like flip on the light and like there are 6 little Electos like just like washing all of their hairs in the little water dish, and they all scramble to get out of there. Again, they just scramble away. One like slips and falls like into the cinnamon bun that you've left out, and they like struggle out of it, grab a crumb, and then go. And then the next time you see Alecto, I think they're in their full size, and they are refusing to acknowledge anything about it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let them kind of have that one. Process on your own time.
Oh my god. So anyway, you converge at the house, all 5 of you, full size.
I'm so upset Ishmael missed this.
I just want you to know that Roshni did not miss this, given that they were spending a lot of time at the house.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
April makes a good point. I would like to say that your butter spreader should stay full sized.
I still have it. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
I don't know how to top that. Let's have a team meeting. Let's go. Let's talk. Holy shit. I think Ishmael arrives with a stack of his journal and his hair's tied up. He now wears a double holster over his torso for 2 pistols.
Battle corset?
And battle corset. How can I not give the gays the battle corset? The battle corset's on 100%. Excellent. And he will arrive really early because he needs to set up the protective circle and everything else. And ask for the best place Eleanor wants for. I think he'll want to take Eleanor aside. Actually, I think this because we haven't established a lot of the stuff as to why we're eviscerating a man off of existence. Will this area be okay for summoning? Perhaps somewhere a little secluded from the other residents.
Yeah, we can do it in my workshop.
That will do us just fine. I will need to borrow Lillian's triangle so that he may not escape. Yeah, about that. I don't know what transpired at the ink blot. But I do want to let you know that this would completely eviscerate this individual off the face of any degree of existence.
The suns will shine brighter for it.
I will take your word for it.
He was always a miserable, greedy, conniving little man. But at the ink blot, in the process of, I'm not even sure, trying to hold on after Roshni got to him, he attacked Emery and, for lack of a better word, stole my brother's soul before he died to prolong his own existence.
I will do my utmost to bring that back, Eleanor.
Thank you, Ishmael.
I am going to have to focus on ensuring he doesn't leave.
I can help with that.
The rest of you, whoever is handling the deed, will have to be quick.
We will be.
And I'm going to need your brother's soul name.
I don't know that. But
I will speak to Emery.
You can talk to him about it.
Is everyone here for this?
I imagine that was like a
Yeah.
conversation because Ishmael mentioned that he showed up early, but
Yeah.
everyone definitely would have been invited.
I know Roshni is definitely going to be there, but Lillian and Alecto?
Yeah, Lillian would probably show up around now.
Okay, I just
Yeah, I think Alecto is actually the last person to arrive, probably. They've been guarding the house a lot, but they've also been, making house calls and working in their workshop a lot.
Yeah. In that case, when Roshni and Lillian arrive, while Ishmael and Eleanor start having this conversation, both of you do see Emery pacing and constantly puffing on a cigarette. When one is out, another one is lit and in.
Hey, Emery. It's gonna be okay.
They don't hear you for a second. They're still pacing.
Roshni is gonna go up to him and, tap him on the shoulder to get his attention.
And he jumps.
Sorry.
Hey,
I didn't mean
Spitfire.
to. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
That's a very fair answer. I'm not really quite sure what to prepare you for because I don't exactly know how this is all going to go down. But we're gonna get your soul back. We're gonna get your soul back.
At least let's get... And even if we don't get it back, we can at least take this one out of me because it feels weirder and weirder each day.
Weirder how?
Have you felt like have you ever worn a shoe that's just a bit too small? Not hurtful or anything, but it's just so uncomfortable. And the longer you wear it, the more uncomfortable it gets. Like that.
I'm sorry that you have to feel that way, but trust me, Emery, it's better than not having his soul inside of you.
Yeah. Spitfire, I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to.
You've been feeling that for years, and I've only had it for like, what? Like 20 minutes? And it was agonizing. I can't imagine what it's been like for you all these years, and I wish I went and punched that bastard in the face a long time ago.
I mean, we tried that one time, if you remember.
Yeah, but they weren't there.
No.
And then we got banned.
I mean, we almost burnt down the Blue Royal that day, and I kind of wish that we had, but...
What are we gonna do? It's not too late.
I mean, we almost burnt down Inkblot for you.
I would say I appreciate it, but I actually really like Kay and would like them to have a job.
That's true. That is true. Emery, it's going to be okay. We will find Lancist, and he will pay for what he did to you.
Well, you are all resourceful, I'll take your word for it. And they light another cigarette. Okay.
Come on, let's go.
He'll follow you, looking at anyone else who might still be here.
I'll say Lillian shows up now, just so Roshni and Emery could have had that moment.
Maybe maybe Alecto and Lillian came in together.
Yes,
That's okay with you. Maybe they
we ran
found
into each other on the
street.
Yeah. Alecto, hi. How are you today?
Brighter because of you, darling.
Well, it's good to see you. I'm so glad. So much has happened this week.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? Are you still feeling okay?
I feel great. Things are still a little foggy. A lot is still coming in, but I feel great, actually.
It's good to see you in one piece. Pun intended.
Thank you. It's weird to feel like you belong in your body again.
Trust me, I'm familiar.
Well,
come on, we shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Yes. And she has a box of cookies and she'll like sneak you a cookie.
Brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And Alecto shoves 2 in their mouth.
And I think these are going to taste like a childhood memory of a parental hug, like a comforting parental hug moment. A comforting parental moment from childhood is what the cookie tastes like. So
I think Alecto bites into 2 of them at once, and then they like stop. They look at the cookie and they go, are you sure you're not like a baker? Like, I know some apostates that do magic through. Where do you get these?
Just here and there. Random bakeries. Some of them are family recipes.
I can't tell if you're a nightmare or a daydream. Come on, let's go.
And Lillian just happily like walks in the door. Probably standing straighter, a little bit taller than before.
And I will greet you both as you come in. Lillian, it's so good to see you again. And you too, Alecto.
Hello, how are you? How's Emery?
He's holding on.
You can see him near a window, looking out it, letting the smoke from his cigarette drift out.
Let's do this then. Well, we need to... He deserves this.
He does. If anyone does, he does.
I do have some news, though. Is everyone here?
I think so. Let me go run and grab Ishmael, and I will collect Ishmael for a sec.
Comes out, hands covered in chalk.
Mm.
Hi, hello.
My dear.
Lillian goes about and puts the cookies up or out for people. Do you have everything ready for today? Anything you need? Any help? Anything I could do first?
Very good question. I'm gonna have to look at Mare and ask about encumbrous triangle. Can we all
here.
be in the circle?
Well,
We're not
Lillian's
in the
user.
circle. Here, I'm gonna actually send you encumbrous triangle. I'll put that in the group chat.
yeah. I
Yeah,
also
how
have
that
it up
works.
if you need me to do it. I can.
Because I just am unsure if can Ishmael use it, or is it
It's
just
an
only Lillian
item.
that can
It's
use
an
it?
object of
Yeah.
power.
Okay.
So anyone can use it.
All right.
So I
Yeah.
put both the item and the actual evocation for how to do it in the general chat.
Yeah.
I see it. Yes. Thank you.
Because the pin is just the invocation, but in pin form.
Okay.
So we would summon him within the triangle, and then he should be able to leave the triangle without.
Basically, the pin will become the triangle, as
Okay.
as like runes and stuff on the ground.
Okay. Cool. I mean, Ishmael is going to do a protective circle anyway, just because there's a thing in Goetics where you do a protective sign. He'll do that specifically for entities from the Pale.
Yes.
So he's just like, other than that, everything seems to be ready. You have news?
Also,
We will.
I was just gonna say you all noticed that Kieran is not here. Just gonna say that.
We may need to be doing another summoning sooner than we expected. Maybe
Okay.
later today or tomorrow. Ilford. Ilford, the tricky little one. Little thing.
You know how to summon Ilford? We need Lillian.
Summoning Ilford? You mean summoning Alastor? I know his name. I've always known his name. And I think we now have the ability to get him.
Look at you, our fearless leader.
I think you give me too much credit. Not so much a leader, but I'm here to get this done. He has the last armor.
No wonder they followed you so closely. Well, fucking done.
I think after this is done, we know our next step, maybe. That'll get us the last armor.
I think so too.
Yes. How many cookies do you have over there? I'll just chomp a bunch of them before we prepare for this.
I brought 24 just in case.
Excellent.
As you mentioned, the armors, Emery pipes in from the window. What do you plan on doing with those armors when you're done? Because I have a suggestion if you are open to them.
I'd rather them not see the light of another sun, personally.
What is your suggestion then?
I would love to throw them in the pit of the undersling.
Would that ensure no one gets them ever again?
I'm hoping that by the time someone finds them, they'll be decayed to dust.
Weapons survive in the undersling. They get stronger.
Maybe
But
not
my
the best
plan-
place for them.
Is to destroy them. I can undo what magic Anya wrought. Or I could try.
We'll figure
And
it
if
out.
you fail,
We'll figure it another way. They'll be destroyed, one way or the other.
Forgot about the weapons part. I guess I really only saw them as pretty jewelry, but they are weapons in a way. I can talk
We
to
want to make sure they don't get in any bad hands again.
I can also
Speaking-
talk to Michael and the Parasod, see if they might have precautions.
And I can gently poke around the makers. We know how to make things. We also know how to unmake things. Speaking
But we're
of,
all aligned.
I'm going to walk up to Ishmael, or not Ishmael,
Emery.
Emery, slowly, and sort of tap him on the shoulder. And I'm currently wearing the diamond handpiece, and I will sort of extend out to him. Do you want to do this?
No.
Sort of close my fist, pull it back. No one here has been hurt more than you. At least not in this, so.
I might be a wild child, Eleanor. But I still don't want to hurt people.
I
Even
understand.
that asshole.
I understand.
I'll do it if you don't want to, Eleanor.
I'm not sure yet. I just wanted to make sure that if Emery wanted the opportunity, he had it.
Ever the thoughtful sister you are?
I do my best. Ishmael, I think you should have a quick conversation with Emery. Everyone else, let's go to my workshop. That's where we'll be setting up. I will leave Ish and Emery.
Ishmael will wait for everyone to leave. I'm so sorry.
Just... people have been saying that to me for the last several days. I really don't need any more of it.
He nods. And you'll step forward. I know what I'm asking of you. I don't take the responsibility lightly.
He'll look at you. You'll have to refresh my memory. I'm not familiar with goetic work. I have my nose buried in a book 6 out of 7 days of the week.
Basically.
The last day is figuring out how to tease Yasser. He gives you a wry smile.
Ishmael smiles as well, very wry, but enjoying the banter. Basically, if Lancis holds your soul, if I use your true soul name, I can bring him here. Otherwise, summoning him is a stab in the dark.
He nods. That makes sense. My name is Liram.
Ishmael breathes, and it's almost like he exhales a wisp of smoke. And he feels that tether, that tug. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I still owe you a drink, I believe. Perhaps after.
We'll see, yeah.
And Ishmael will smile and give Emery that space and move to go and meet with the group where the summoning is meant to be held.
Technically, you don't need Emery there, so he is going to stay up where the other room, so.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe while everyone is like setting up in the workshop, Alecto like leans over to Eleanor and is like, "Where's Kieran?"
Don't know.
Lillian, have you seen Kieran today?
No, I was actually going to ask Ishmael about it when they came down.
I had assumed that Kieran would be with Ishmael.
Ishmael can walk in.
Ishmael.
Hmm?
Where's Kieran today? Did they not decide to come with you?
Close the door behind him. They've gone to check on their family.
Is that safe for them to be doing?
I trust them. They said to be careful. I think you can see that. I think Alecto mostly can tell that Ishmael is like says this with a little bit of hesitation. The two snakes are a little smaller than they usually are. It's a little nervous.
Alecto frowns. I shouldn't have told you that. I checked to see if Ilford attacked Avelia for the hand armor. The answer was yes.
I didn't tell them that.
Ilford took the hand armor from Ophelia?
By force.
So Ilford's not... Oh, no.
The goddamn demon got impatient.
You were taking too
Lillian,
long.
Do you remember when you asked me if I had spoken to a demon in a photograph, and I told you that I'd spoken to a different one?
Yes, I do.
Shutter. I contacted him again, and he had the hand armor. The same one that Ilford had.
They are one and
So-
the same.
They are
I
the
think
same.
so.
And
And-
Ilford,
But you contacted them recently then?
Yes. And I have to let you know that when Shutter originally contacted me, it was with an offer. Darling, it was to procure the hand armors and give one over to Shutter.
I'm assuming you
agreed.
didn't take Ophelia's.
No. I had agreed simply so that I could have the information of Avelia and Gideon's whereabouts because Shutter's following them. But seems that the demon couldn't wait.
Or I made him stronger. Strong enough to do this on their own.
You see Ishmael, as soon as you say that, get very uncomfortable.
we should also all know that Ilford has been busy. We've had a lot more people through the house. And they don't seem well. In a way that, to me, appears like the hand armor has been used on them.
Ishmael grabs onto his holster, the leather holster that is bound to his torso. Ilford, Shutter, ambush Artiaio after the inkblot.
What?
Wait, what?
My friend, the angel. Ilford ambushed them. They're dying.
Is there a way to save them?
I know of. He just looks distraught a little bit. Like, this is like, everyone can see this. He's very uncomfortable hearing all of this news at once, and he's just like, they did so much damage to them. There's a way we could bind them together. They were once one whole. They're very strong, and I think they're getting stronger. If we destroy Shutter, Atiail will die. Hearing this from all of you, I don't know if we'll be able to just bind them.
Is there a way to trap them somewhere? If we can't necessarily destroy them.
We can try. They're very strong. They've got... They're resistant to a lot of damage. They're stronger than they were before. Atiail was... I've never seen them like that.
Alecto.
It's like they didn't recognize them.
Alecto has been making a face. And they have been looking at their mask. They look up when Lillian says their name.
How do curses affect demons?
I've never sold a curse to a demon.
That you know of.
Perhaps the better question is, how different is a demon from a curse?
Do you think you could capture Ilford, put it into one of your objects?
I could try.
I've seen you take down worse things. You're able to take out a killing curse. I don't see why you couldn't do something the same with the demon.
It would give us time to figure out a way to maybe sever the connection between Ilford and Atiail.
Eleanor, if you could make me a powerful enough vessel, I could probably trap Ilford in it.
I'll see what I can do. I might need to ask for a little bit of help, but I'll see what I can do.
Also kind of curious. What would happen if you put a soul in a demon?
You would know this, sir, or at least one of the goetics would. Basically, demons don't have souls, and they can't cast magic. So you're giving them power and abilities and the ability to feel emotions. Demons can't feel emotions like people that have souls do. Hence why they have a tendency to be attracted to strong emotion. That's actually something that the Church of Midnight does, Eleanor. One reason why they work with demons, because people who come to the Church of Midnight, especially those who are depressed, can have some of their very strong, overwhelming emotions siphoned off by demons to help alleviate their pain. But TLDR, you're giving them power, magic, ability to feel.
Either way, Ilford, Shutter, whatever they wish to call themselves, they're the bigger threat, in all honesty, as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed.
They've played everyone.
Atiail, I've never seen them look at me like this, but they were ready. Whatever the cost.
We will do what we can to try to save your friend as well. If we can trap Ilford, then we won't have to worry about Altio dying.
I have faith in you all. His eyes also linger on Roshni when he says that.
But for the business of today, should we get about bringing the soul back to our friend here?
I think so.
Roshni looks over at Eleanor. So, darling, who gets the honor?
I don't know yet. But I will take off the hand armor and I will put it on a table.
Can Lillian do one thing to protect the circle? I want to make a protective circle.
Like a double protective
So this is a
circle?
protective circle. It'll be a +2 defense to whoever does the deed.
One thing I also will do is I will go off to like some corner of my workshop and grab like a big like leaden box. And what I'm going to do is pull the crown out of my watch and start twisting back. And the box begins to unmake itself, and from inside I pull out a key.
Oh. Okay. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Huh? Okay. We'll just sit here and accept that. That's fine, I guess. Sure. Ishmael begins setting up. And actually, before he does that, he will mosey over to Roshni. I understand.
What do you understand?
Why you do the things that you need to do.
Thank you, Ishmael. And I appreciate everything that you're doing here for Emery.
He is your best friend, yeah?
Yes.
There comes a time in people's lives where you have to choose. To hold venom in your mouth or set it on fire. I don't want to hold any more venom.
You have Kirin back now. And Arthia will be safe. And then you can spit it out.
He smiles, but and he looks at you really seriously and he says, I no longer want to hold this venom against you.
I'm sorry, Ishmael, for all the things that I couldn't tell you. For all the things that maybe I should have told you. But I'm glad that your love is safe and with you now. I really am.
I'm also sorry. I only saw you as a raging wildfire when you're a patient flame. And then he's going to glance over at Alecto. And that glow you bring brings great joy to one very dear to me. And he'll hold out a hand.
Roshni will take it.
And you see Vasuki and Shesha intertwined together. Shesha most prominent. And meets your hands. Very gently, like a little snake boop.
Noodle.
And he will smile and sit in his circle, holsters ready, battle corset, and he'll begin the summoning.
Yeah, what does the summoning look like for this type of summoning?
Ishmael puts out this protective sign against the pale, and he takes this big inhale, and when he utters Emery's name, it only emerges out of his mouth as smoke. As he exhales it completely. And as the smoke pools and coalesces before him, it almost creates like an oval-shaped portal made out of pure smoke. And part of the smoke will light towards him like incense, like a little stray bead of incense, and he'll tug at it with his fingers and pull it out.
as you are pulling this smoke towards you. It takes a little bit of time because you're pulling thread and thread at a time. But slowly, ever so slowly, from the feet up, a figure begins to form. A very short figure. Lancis Barrakin, with his pasty, even more so now that he is dead, skin, still wearing the very nice tailored suit that he wore when disintegrated by Roshni, and this starburst birthmark on his face, suddenly stands before the five of you inside this protective circle and encumbrous triangle. And we'll do the rest of this after break. We're going to take break a couple minutes early. All right, everybody, please take a couple minutes to stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, and we will be back soon. Bye. Okay, I was able to click the unmute button. Hello, everybody. We are back from break where we had a lot of conversations and a summoning where Ishmael and company summoned the spirit of Lancis Barrakin, the man who stole Emery, Eleanor's brother's, soul. He just finished appearing in a translucent smoke reminiscent of Emery's smoking habits. And he is standing there for a moment, disoriented, trying to figure out where he is, before looking around at the five of you that are in this room, and immediately lunging in Roshni's direction, but is hit by this barrier, and he hammers on it, and he snarls, "You bitch."
I like to imagine that Roshni is standing like right up where the barrier is, and just like with one hand, like with the hand armor that they're wearing, is just smiling, like smirking at Lancis, and they wave. Hi.
Fuck you.
No, I
actually,
don't think so.
Let me read the card first before I forget.
Oh
Again.
no!
I keep forgetting, I'm sorry. On the Blue Sun, elusive sleep, value of 6, vision, swans, blades, water, meanings, futility, worry, stress, and awareness. The richest noble cannot buy sleep. The strongest among us cannot compel its submission. Even the wisest person might lose a night's rest to anxiety. Still, when we're awake, we are aware, and that awareness can be crucial. Blue magic is enhanced, and red is hindered. Sorry, continue.
I think there's a shadow that falls behind Roshni. Alecto doesn't do anything. They just stand there, though. Yeah.
While Lancest is occupied with Roshni, can I attempt to do something?
Sure.
All right.
How surreptitious are you being?
Moderately surreptitious.
I'm gonna
I'm
ask you.
definitely allowing this person to focus on Roshni.
I'm gonna
for now.
allow you to. I would like you to make
Movement.
a movement stealth task, please.
All right.
You get a
sure thing.
+1 from the card, and I will give you a +1 bonus because he is pissed at Roshni.
All right, so that's 2, and I will spend 2 levels, 2 bene rather, from my movement pool.
Okay, so that's a +4.
That's 4 total.
What you want to pass the level is he is a canon NPC. What you want to do is level 11.
What?
He is a level 7 character with a +4 in perception. He's a.
Okay, so 11. So I need to roll. I'm gonna spend a hidden knowledge and a sortilege on that then as well.
Okay, so you are using the group sortilege basically.
No, I'll use one for my pool.
I'm sorry, hidden knowledge you're using from the group.
Oh, is that a group thing?
Yeah.
Please use
It's
it.
cool. Do it. Please
You're all
use
okay
it.
with
I have so
Please
many.
do
I have
it.
so many.
Please.
Take it. Take
Yeah,
it. Take
same.
it.
I have a lot.
This
Yeah,
is the
okay.
moment.
This
I will
is what
use that.
happens when you say and narratively
Yeah.
spend all of your fucking hidden knowledge for.
On
The
Roshni,
It
yeah.
was dope.
The tri-
Okay.
the triangle adds +1 to challenges involved with interacting with it.
All right, I will allow it.
All right, so +3 from circumstance, +3 from my pools, and then a sword ledge.
Okay.
Is that correct? Am I missing
I
anything?
believe so. So that's gonna be. You need to roll 5 on the die.
All right, let's go.
Manifest.
Go.
Lend us your
7 and
energy.
9.
Yeah, you are able to do this surreptitiously.
All right. So what I would like to do is let him sort of like be mad at Roshni for a second, and I would like to like sneak my hand past the barrier, and I would like to attempt. So keys open things.
Keys do open
Keys
things.
also close things. I would like to trap him here.
In the house?
Kind of. What I'm really trying to do is just have him held, have him not able to take actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wicked keys don't have a level, they just do things.
All right. So what I will do is, while he's sort of freaking out, I will sort of like pull this key out, and I will just stick it right into the side of his neck and turn. And this beautiful gold ornate key with like, it's like got gems all over it, and it's just a magnificent piece of artwork, just sort of dissolves and evaporates into dust. And from this dust, it begins to like compress and then pull out, and these long, translucent, blue-green, ghastly chains just erupt from the walls and the floor, and they wrap around all of his limbs and one around his neck, and he is just pulled to the sort of ground to his knees.
There is a strangled gasp, and what I like to think as he tries to speak and yell, and now curse at you, Eleanor, is one kind of just a chain weasels its way around his mouth, and it basically gags him from speaking. And he looks at you, all of you, furiously, and this happens. You all see this happen.
Come on, there's no time to waste, Eleanor.
I will walk up to him.
He stares up at you, furious.
This didn't need to happen. This didn't need to happen. But you threatened Kay. You attacked my brother. So no matter what you do, even in death, you will not escape me, Lancis Barracan. I will step aside and gesture towards Roshni.
Roshni will...
I believe you'll
Move.
enjoy this more than I will.
Thank you, darling. Roshni will move their hand with a hand armor past the barrier, take Lancist's chin in their hand, jerk their face to look at them, lean in, say, "You will never take anything from anyone ever again." And then they will use the hand armor to push into Lancist's face. Take the net, take Emery's soul out of it, and then step back.
This invisible net moves through Lancis Barracan, and he begins to struggle furiously against these chains that you entrapped him in, Eleanor. And as you all kind of see this smoky haze being pulled from his body, the rest of Lancis Barracan, this intangible ghost of a man, drifts away on the wind. And the chains fade away. And it is quiet.
Hey, Roshni.
Yes,
Thanks.
Eleanor.
Thanks.
Of course. I just realized, actually, that we're going to need to take Emery's soul from him once more before we can put this one back into him.
Well, we have 2 of these, so we can try to do it as quickly as possible.
Agreed.
I think Alecto pokes their head out and calls for Emery to come down the hallway.
I will take the diamond hand armor and put it on.
Eleanor, are you okay doing that? I know you're not taking Emery's soul out of him, but are you okay?
I know. If anyone had to do it, I imagine he would be most comfortable with me.
Okay.
It takes a couple minutes before Emery walks into the room. Your workshop, Eleanor. How'd it go?
Well,
We make an effective team.
We do.
I'd spit on him in good riddance, but this is your workshop, so I'll refrain.
I appreciate it. Here, why don't you take a seat? There's just one more step in this.
Technically, too.
Yeah, well, I sort of hold up my hand armor, 2, so we'll try to do it in one easy motion.
He grabs, I'm assuming, do you have a desk as well in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll grab the chair from your desk and sit on it backwards, like
Sure.
any good bisexual would.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I will sort of just walk up to him and kind of hold him, run a hand through his hair and just hold on. And I'm sort of standing by his front, and I'm kind of gesturing for Roshni to stand behind him.
Roshni will. And Roshni will keep a hand with the hand armor hovering over Emery's face on the other side, so that as soon as Eleanor has taken Lance's soul, that they can go in and put Emery's back in.
Emma, you ready?
No, but I'm gonna pretend I'm getting a shot in shadow and just look away and hope it's fast.
All right. Then I will slowly reach up the hand armor towards his heart and then activate it. I don't know how this works.
The way it is activated is you are essentially moving your hand with the armor on it through his body and casting an invisible net to capture the soul, which is then stored in one of the 3 jewels on the armor.
Gotcha.
And both of you, Roshni and Eleanor, feel him tense up and give another strangled gasp as the soul that, even though it's not his, is essentially ripped from his body. Again. And
Before
go ahead.
Before he's even able to get that gasp out, though, I think Roshni's hand is already moving.
And the reverse process happens. The gasp cuts off short, and you feel him tense and then immediately relax and kind of wrap one arm around both of your waists and pull you in for a hug.
How are you feeling?
Much better. Much better.
Good.
He'll take a minute before letting you both go.
I think seeing that all of this is okay, that it has gone successfully, and there's the aftermath of people hugging and stuff. I think Alecto very as surreptitiously as possible, slips out of the room.
All right. As you slip out of Eleanor's workshop and head out into more of the rest of the house, you see Kitten sitting on a couch.
And I think Alecto startles. Welcome back.
They look at you, and you can tell their face is concerned, worried. There's a lot on their mind. Thanks.
Emery is fine. Everything went smoothly.
Good.
And I think Alecto like reaches up and kind of daubs a little blood out of their ears. Like rubs it on their fingers. Did you find out what you needed to find out?
Yeah, so I don't have to say it more than once. I think I'll wait for everybody if that's okay.
Of course.
You probably would notice this first, Alecto, because you and Ishmael, well, you have tattoos. Ishmael has tattoos, and you have shared tattoos with Ishmael, but kind of like right near the collar of their shirt, you see a black and white scaled serpent tattoo whose scales look like constellations in the night sky, and it is moving.
Wow, that's gay.
It's so gay.
Alecto sees that and just kind of lets out a little smile. You know, at first I really wanted to punch you, like, a lot.
I don't blame you.
But I'm glad you're here.
Thanks. Also, they kind of rummage in one of their pockets and before standing up and walking over to you, Alecto. And
Alecto looks down, you know?
Here. And they kind of hold out 50 crystal for the item I stole.
You know, it was actually priced at 75.
I'll get that to you later.
Yeah. We'll say that can be my, well, maybe a wedding gift one day or something like that, we can call it. Who knows?
All right.
Some future endeavor. So I don't have to get you a present or anything like that.
Thanks.
And Alecto takes the crystal.
Good.
I add it to my reserves like a dragon. Why do I have 800 crystal? I don't know, but I do.
You have 800 crystal? Oh.
I have 40, for the record.
Alecto hasn't been spending shit.
Why are you not buying anything?
I'm gonna buy everyone the most expensive thing I'm gonna buy the most expensive pair of pants for our finale. Anyway.
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. But yeah, Kitten waits out in the middle of the house with y'all.
Before everybody leaves the room and goes out, Roshni would go up to Eleanor, who I assume still has the hand armor.
Yep.
Eleanor, darling, may I ask you for a favor?
What would that be?
The soul in your possession now? I originally intended to take that for myself, and I was wondering if maybe I could have it.
Of course. Are you sure you want this one?
It's... Eleanor, I've spent years trying to figure out a way to get a soul. Any soul, really. And I don't want to wait any longer. And you know that to find another one, to take another one, I would have to do this again to someone else. And the person that I might be, I still don't want to do that to someone else.
So yeah, I don't know how giving a soul works from this thing.
We're still there, right?
I don't see why you would need to not be.
Emery does shoot you a look, Roshni, but doesn't say anything because they were at the same spot that you were. He kind of gets it. So he doesn't object.
What about any side effects? You know anything about that?
I just know that I need to be complete again, Ishmael. Any side effects, I'm sure that they can't be worse than this. I know that, and Roshni will look over at Emery. I know that it's uncomfortable, perhaps, but I can handle discomfort, darling.
I see this as a great opportunity. We have the ability. What were we going to do with the soul?
I suppose that's fair.
And
Nothing,
and if the worst happens, we have the way to take it out and change this. It's you want a soul, we have a soul and the way to remove it if we have to.
Right.
And then we don't have to steal someone else's or
Yeah, I'd rather not that ever come back.
And any side effects they should know about?
It's very uncomfortable. That one feels a little slimy, not gonna lie.
But was it better than having none?
Yes.
I think maybe at this point, Alecto has come back in because they were like, okay, well, I'm not getting away from Kieran. Not going to go do what I was going to go do. So they kind of like come back. They poke their head back in. Is something wrong? What's taking you all so long?
No, something good maybe.
I was about to say Kieran waves from behind Alecto, but Alecto's too fucking big.
I think maybe it's like an under the arm poke. You know what I mean? Like just right under the, yeah.
Kieran gives a
Noom.
small wave to the five. To all
I
of
found
you in
Kieran
there.
again.
Noom! Ishmael runs past Alecto and just grabs Kieran in a hug.
They'll hold you. They don't smile, but they do hug you back.
I will hold up the hand armor, which I assume is now glowing with souliness.
Souliness. Yeah.
You found Kieran? We might have found a soul for Roshni.
Alecto's face does something weird. Where they like, I think they just go, no! I mean, can I talk to you for a minute?
Can it wait until after?
No. No. It's important.
Okay. And you can see that like Roshni looks visibly disappointed that they have to wait. But they will follow Alecto out.
When the two of you get back, I have information.
Why don't you tell the rest of our friends? This might take a minute.
Do you want me to tell them first, or do you want to have your scene? I'm fine with you two doing this first. It's fine. And if everyone else is cool with it, I'll leave it up to the rest of the group. Makes no
We
difference.
can wait for you to come back for Emery to tell us the information. That way we can all just be together.
Okay, great. Then Alecto, I think, takes Roshni outside. like to like the back of the house and maybe like a private little back garden, I suppose. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take you away from that right then and there.
Roshni is like pacing just a little bit. Like they're visibly impatient. Like they're a little bit anxious to get back, and they keep like moving their head back to like look at the house, and look back at you. What's so important that it couldn't wait? It's kind of a big deal for me.
I know. It's just, it's not right, Roshni.
We don't know that necessarily. It might not be the worst fit.
It's not you. It's not right.
We've talked about this, Alecto. I don't know where my soul is, whether it's still out there or not. For all I know, it's destroyed, and I can't spend time looking for it, not when there's one right here for me.
I can.
I appreciate that.
And I did. And Alecto unsheaths the dagger that Roshni gave to them, and it no longer has this kind of like black warping on the blade from the killing curse that they had enchanted it with. And instead, there's this new soldering on the hilt of it, with that bright lightning gem at the hilt.
Roshni, as you say that you did, like immediately stills and is like staring at you wide-eyed, and then looks at the dagger and then back up at you. What is that?
I never thought you were empty, Roshni. But I can't bear to see you in pain.
Where did you get that?
From a very, very cursed individual who wishes they could have done something different.
I don't know what to say. Is that really it? Is that really mine?
As you say that, you do feel
It sounds like you.
What does it sound like?
You know the spark when you first light a match? The roar that greets you as the fire erupts? It's like that, but warm everywhere, and like it's asking me who I want to be. Like it knows who I already am. Familiar, irritating, and beautiful. I could listen to it all day.
Roshni will take a step forward towards Alecto. And they will move their hand and hover just above Alecto's own, staring at this dagger, at this gem, and then back up into Alecto's mismatched eyes. I love you, Alecto. No one has ever gotten this close to the fire without without trying to snuff it out in some way, and you never have.
Alecto makes this puzzled face. Snuff it out. I want to see it burn. I want to see that beacon everywhere. I want to meet you on your terms. Who you want to be. Not just what you think you are.
Roshni will take their hand and will tip the dagger's blade up to point it towards their own chest. I want you to do it.
Good deep breath. And Alecto pierces Roshni's heart with the dagger.
You feel alive for the first time in years, even more so than when you are using emotion leaves. It is warm and it burns.
I think Roshni takes like reels at having been stabbed, but a smile comes across their face. And I think you can see on their satchel with the book that has been poking out, as it always does, the bookmark disappears on it. And you see all of a sudden their eyes, these amber scleras, start to burn brighter and brighter, slowly at first, and then all of a sudden as if someone had just poured gasoline onto the fire. And I imagine that they are probably like bleeding from this wound, and they look up at you. Thank you, Alecto. Thank you. And without really forgetting where they are in this moment, I think they go to kiss Alecto.
Way to ruin the mood.
Mary, can you draw a card for me, please?
I have. Oh god. I've drawn the harvesting spider. Mysteries, rats, mirrors, and stone. Action, labor, stealth are the meanings. Do you need more?
Can you read the whole? I'm sorry. Can you read the whole thing?
Yeah, I can read the whole thing. Spiders are so many things: builders, weavers, and caretakers, but also hunters, killers, and blood drinkers. The harvesting spider cares for her young, but at the expense of what she harvests, and that just might be you. She is stealthy and sneaky. Her many footsteps are silent. Regardless, spiders never stop working. They build and create to serve specific purposes.
All right, this is wild. Shoot. Can I DM you something really fast, Mare?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
In the other room. You don't want to talk about anything else in the other room?
Ishmael's just holding Kiran after several days of not being with them. It's fine.
Actually, okay, we're good. We can do this.
Hard cut to Ishmael and Kiran kissing. As I think,
No,
as
they
outside
have more
as
tact than that.
as
Do they though?
Yes.
no, they don't.
Can you two get a
maybe
room,
they do.
please? There are other people
kissing,
here.
damn it! They are not. Kieran is too distracted and really thinking about something to get feelsy with Ishmael. In
Yeah,
front of the group.
absolutely.
Love that for you all. Meanwhile, in the backyard, as Roshni moves to kiss Alecto leans in. They also forget for just a moment where they are, what they're doing. Until, I think, Roshni, you feel something cold on your chin.
And what you see, Roshni, is a young woman, a ghost. Because you were not there for the summoning with Alecto and Ishmael. She is translucent and grayish blue with this mass of curly, curly hair pulled out of her face with a bandana and wearing overalls. And she looks very sad as she stops you. I'm sorry. And she looks up at you, Alecto, but she's apologizing to both of you.
Roshni is confused.
And Alecto wavers and like takes a step back. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I forgot for a second. Who is this?
I'm Anya.
Oh. And Roshni, I think like you can see like the realization dawn on their face.
Don't get
And
me wrong. If that would kill you, my dear.
No, it's nice to meet you, actually. Have you always been around?
They just kind of smile and give you a small nod.
And Roshni will look up at Alecto with like a question on their face.
Curses are funny. It's what I was coming out here to do originally. And Alecto turns to Anya. Thank you for all your help.
You're welcome.
Always.
The work's not done yet.
I know.
We're close.
But I think I can do it on my own, Anya.
She gives you a confused look.
I don't need to trap you here anymore.
It's not a trap if I want to be here to help you.
But you need the choice to leave if you want. And Alecto reaches into... There's like a thick line of black, I think, in like their tattoo, like right down their neck. And they reach into it, and almost like peeling part of the tattoo off their skin comes like the outline of a key, like off the tattoo. They look at Anya. And then they take the owl mask off of their head. And they put the key into the mouth of the owl mask and unlock it. And untether Anya's soul.
A small pulse echoes across the backyard of the house without a key, and Anya lets out a deep sigh. I'll stick around until the work is done. But thank you, Alecto.
Thank you.
And she will fade away. And the mask once again goes very cold.
Doesn't seem like a curse to be able to talk to someone you love, Alecto.
I know. It's I'm learning. For you, Roshni, I would tear down every sun in the sky to find you.
I might just take you up on that offer.
I think we have a few demons to take care of first, though.
That we do. Good practice for the sons.
You want to go show everyone your new fire?
And with that, I think Roshni, like, smiles. You can see, like, little flames start to, like, erupt on their skin, on the little bits of exposed skin that they have. And they walk into the house without a key.
And I think for a moment, Alecto lingers outside, like watching the little fire, like dance around Roshni and like up and up and up, and they kind of just look around at the empty spot that Anya was, down at the mask, back to where I think Roshni disappeared into the house. And they linger there like for a long moment. They just kind of wipe away like one single tear. And then they head inside.
When you come back in, Kieran has been pacing this entire time. And I'm going to read the next card super quick. But on the Grey Sun, I have pulled the Misunderstood Beast. Notions, cats, clocks, and wind. Value of 0. Meanings, mistake, gentleness, friendship, danger, and betrayal. But when you enter Roshni and Alecto and Ishmael, Eleanor, and Lillian, you've been seeing this for like the last several minutes. Kidden has been pacing. And they kept fingering at a pocket of theirs as they waited for everyone to get together. And I'm assuming this is still being held in Eleanor's workshop. Every once in a while, they will look at the painting of the inside of your workshop on its own easel, giving it a glance every once in a while.
Somewhere you'd like to see?
No. Thank you, though. It's very good, by the way.
Thank you.
Roshni practically, like, skips into this room. Just so y'all, it's a very contrasting vibe, I think, to the way that Kieran is anxious. Roshni just walks in, like, so chipper. All right, darling. So, what information do you need to share with everyone?
Did you
Are you forgetting something?
change?
And Roshni will, I think, like, produce their book out from their satchel and show you. Not really, like, understanding that they never explained to you what this does at all. But they're like, no, I'm me again. Alecto found me.
Ishmael just like shakes his head and just this bright, like this smile comes onto his face. And I assume this is when Alecto enters in behind and just kind of gives you a look of like, time, is it? Is what you needed? He's just looking with a smile.
Lillian's
Are
just
you
gonna
spreading
swoop
rumors?
in.
Are you spreading rumors about me, little rabbit?
Only the good ones.
If Roshni will permit, I will go in and give them a hug. It's good to have you
They
back.
will.
Bless.
Lillian
And
as
it
well. She's just like dances around you, is like jumping up and down.
It is the warmest, like, most comforting hug you may have ever gotten from Roshni.
And are you all laughing at the sudden change in music?
The
It would be the warmest hug you've ever gotten. Cue ominous music.
If I may, like, as soon as like everyone is hugging, Ishmael like smiling at Alecto for a moment, but he still remembers his pacing partner and turns to Kiran.
Yeah, so I went and checked on Avelia and my dad over the last several days, so some of you might find this to be good news, but my father has a headquarters to the south, located in a flame in a monastery. And you all kind of vaguely know the general layout of the Indigo Sun. There's like a monastery south of the city. So apparently King Nine lived in a flame of a candle down there. What I found was concerning, to say the least. Avelia's dead. Her hand was cleanly cut off. Didn't take it with them. They kind of left it there after getting the armor. And I also found this. And inside of... They pull out something from inside their pocket. And it is a photograph that has been torn in two. And the picture on the photographs is an older man, full beard, dark hair, whose... The photograph is in such a way where the tear happens at their torso. And this man also shares a very strong resemblance to Kiran. And where that tear in the photography paper is stained red with blood and is still dripping.
Ishmael just like arm around Kiran.
Can I poke at this photograph and try and determine what it is, what it does?
Yeah, you want to roll me some kind of magic, please?
Yeah, sure thing. I imagine this will be Bene from my intellect pool, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to spend 3 from there. And I'll spend a sortilege, because why the fuck not?
Sure, and then I think the card is adepts right now. Yeah, the card is adepts right now.
Where are my d10s? So this will be regular die, this will be magic die. All right, I got a 2 and a 5.
So that gives
with
you
with a 5 and an 8 total.
Yep. So you are able to... There's nothing you're confirming, but you have a very strong hunch do you pick this up?
Yeah, I pick it up. If Kieran allows me to, I will pick it up and, I'll bring it under a, magnifying glass if I have
Yeah,
to.
they didn't keep it in their
pocket.
pocket. They didn't hold on to it for long. They didn't really know where to put it, so they just kind of let it fall to the ground because the option is a chair or your bed, and that would be rude. But you can feel the dying pulse of blood pumping as you feel the life force fade of a dying man.
So this is King 9.
This is King 9.
I have an absolutely bonkers idea. Would you like April, you also look like you have an idea, though.
I wanted to know, not you, Cat, the photograph paper and everything, does it look like a photo kind of like I would have taken, like a paper and the process? And
it looks like the same material you would use, but nothing that you have specifically taken. You didn't take this picture.
Okay, good.
You do recognize the man, though, from your newly regained memories.
Yeah. I'm also immediately going to look in my bag to make sure my pictures are in my bag.
They are.
Cool. Go ahead.
I'm gonna leave this on the table, and sort of allow anyone who wants to grab it, take a look at it, to do that. But I'm currently processing the moral conundrum of: do I save Big Bad Crime Lord? And
oh no, he's more or less dead. This is
super gone dead. Nothing can
this
be
is
done.
like the lingering pulses of blood being pushed out type of dead.
Getcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Alecto moves to the paper, I think, and their eyes, like, they fall on, like, Kieran, Lillian, Ishmael, Kieran again, the photo again, Kieran again, the photo again, Kieran again. Do you want to say goodbye?
They shake their head before burying their head in Ishmael's shoulder.
They shake their head no?
They shake their head no.
Okay. Never mind then. Alecto backs off. And I think they, like, turn the photo over.
Good
to try to make it stop making such a loud noise.
Fair.
Ishmael whispers to Kieran's ear. So sorry.
Don't worry about it. There's more pressing things to worry about right now.
Holds them tighter. They'll be okay. Touches their neck. They'll be okay.
Also, the rest of you would eventually, in their pacing, seen this small snake tattoo.
We know who did it, and we're gonna try to get them.
This thing fucked up King 9 and Avelia. We need to... There's no holding back anymore.
Need to prepare.
He nods. Whatever we have, anything in our arsenal, we have to use it.
Eleanor.
Yes?
If I gave you the camera and the lens that they gave me, it was made to trap souls and to trap things. And it has a connection to them. Any picture I would take with it would trap a part of a soul and would give it to them in some way or fashion. There has to be a way we could use this.
Utilize the camera's connection either to find Ilford or, if we're
Trap?
very lucky, trap or siphon from it. Is that correct?
Ilford could see through the pictures. They could communicate through the pictures.
Is there a chance that Ilford has been surveying us through the pictures that you took, Lillian?
I keep them in the bag in the books. I never keep the pictures out. I haven't in a while.
I don't know. I only ask because Shutter, Ilford seemed to be able to track Avelia and Kitten, and I wonder if that's how.
Yes. It has to be. That's how they communicated. That's how they look. That's what their power was through the camera, through the lens. They needed me to develop the photos.
Lillian, you said you remembered this being's true name.
Yes.
Do you remember why they were working with your parents, your family, why they sought you out now? Why involve any of us at all if they could just take the hand armor when they got powerful enough?
I don't know everything that happened. I just know when I was little, I would sneak around. And sometimes I overheard parts of conversations, and I got lucky enough to remember this name. I know they were working with my parents, and it has to be with what they were working on with King 9.
I'm pulling a card for some information, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, I've pulled the Monarch. Kitten pipes up at the question of working with parents and stuff like that. Winifred and Osmond were talking just before we left, Lillian, you and me, before we left Shadow, saying how that this creature that they were dealing with that was dangerous and they were going to do something with it, trying to keep it from being chaotic. Because even though it was helpful, it was still causing trouble. But I know they did it after we left, so I don't know exactly what happened.
Eleanor. Souls are powerful pieces of magic.
They are.
If you had the camera, which is already connected to Ilford, and we used the extra soul we have lying around, do you think that could be powerful enough?
It might be. I have someone I plan on talking to extensively about this, but I'll need to catch the bus first.
Lillian will pull out the camera because she still carries it. She's not going to leave that anywhere. And a bunch of the photos in a thing. And just give it to you. Here are some photos and the camera. I don't know. Hopefully it'll help.
Of course. And I'll sort of pack them away in something safe and
And speak to Atia, it'll help them come towards you. It seems that you have a good idea of what to do. If there's anything they can do to help, I don't know, aid you in your making, because they know Ilford.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I think we might be able to figure something out.
Kitten pipes up again. It might not be a bad idea to have a backup plan to prepare for a fight anyway, because they're not gonna let you just do this.
Oh no, I do not think they would.
Did I say if Emery
Don't
left
worry.
or not?
I don't think you said whether he left or not.
No.
So yeah, Emery's been like listening in the corner to this conversation. And he kind of shoots you a look, Alecto.
Please. Yes.
I have a few friends I could call on.
I think she would find this this is Emery. I think she would find this a noble cause to assist with.
Oh, I do owe her a drink.
Did she tell you she drinks?
No, but she kicked my ass enough times I'd feel bad if I didn't offer.
I shoot Emery a look because I have no idea what the hell was going on.
He shoots you a look back. Accounting. A client.
Sure.
I've gotten into mathematics.
It is surely even more
That was
convincing
me
to say it like
stumbling,
that.
but you know what? It was Alecto also.
He's an accountant.
Yep.
Mathematics are good for business. Smart.
I think we're on the right track, though. I'm not sure if this is necessarily something, competent as we are, that the 7 of us could deal with on our own.
I think it's time to cash in a few favors.
I agree. Emery, what are the chances we could get some backup from the Parasod?
I can talk to Michael.
All right.
Do you want me to ask them about disposing those? And he motions to the hand armors on both you and Roshni.
I will motion towards the one that Roshni has that does not contain a soul. That one to start. I have a feeling
I'm
this
kind of
one
growing fond of it. But yes, fine. We can start by disposing of this one.
Is it smarter to wait till after?
maybe.
Perhaps to use it against Ilford.
Siphon off the souls that they have.
If we're going to war, we'll need weapons.
That's one way to weaken them, at least. Make it so Ilford can't cast magic, or at least not as powerful magic.
I'll try to summon something, keep them occupied as well.
I do have a concern, though. these hand armors can only store 3 souls at a time, and Roshni will gesture to each of the 3 gems that are on the hand armor. And if Ilford has been going around, if the house is any indication, we're dealing with many, many more souls than just 3. What do we do with the others after we've taken them? I don't want them to just disappear and...
Someone roll me an intelligence roll regarding magic / souls.
It's one person.
Oh, can I do it? Because I have a...
Okay, but I rolled a 9.
Oh, fine. Go for it.
I mean, you can also roll.
So yeah, you would know Alecto basically leftovers from working with Anya because they can be used as a power source. If it's not being held, a soul is not being held or contained, it will eventually find its way back to its original owner.
Little Rabbit, I think your soul was something of a misnomer. Souls will go back to the places they're from eventually, if we don't use them. If Ilford doesn't use them.
Can they be waylaid? Can somebody intervene before the soul is able to find its proper owner?
Not without a hand armor or something equal in magical power, I'd say.
Any container can be used to house a soul if the spell is allowed, can transfer it.
Any magic powerful enough might. But it would certainly take a Visley attuned to just happen upon a soul making its way back to its original body.
I
And
suppose
with
it's a risk.
a lot of the souls, especially from the pictures, it's not a full soul. It's just pieces. I don't know if anyone would stop for just pieces of a soul. So that could help them get back to their owners.
Given that the Ilford has the hand armor, I don't think it's pieces anymore, Lillian. I think it's
You're right.
full souls now.
This is gonna take so...
Didn't you say
I'm
they were
not gonna
going
sell
by the
anything
house?
for ages.
Eleanor, didn't you say a lot of them, people without souls, have been coming to the home, your house?
That
If
is
we were
true.
to say maybe release it there, we'd have a better chance of getting more people.
That's entirely possible.
I do have a quick question. Emery takes a long drag on his cigarette before continuing. Where do you plan on doing this? Because if you're going to plan on fighting in the house doesn't differentiate between who started the conflict.
No, I do not think we should do this at the house.
If we went back to the Hollows, I suppose.
We could use my house.
Or
It has summoning circles already installed.
what if we use the Hall of Records?
You want to destroy the Goetic Hall of Records.
I'm not saying I want to destroy the Hall of Records. I'm saying that if there's anywhere in Saturnine that I know of that has a chance of containing something like Ilford, it would be the Hall of Records.
She's right. There are measures put in place. It's not a bad idea. I can speak to the Goetics there, maybe get someone on our side, cash in some favors.
And if we need to start a fight, do you think your higher ranking officials will be okay with that?
Well, let's just pray I'm convincing enough.
I'm sure it won't be the first time an unruly demon has made problems among at the Hall of Records.
Perhaps the
Also-
first time an unruly demon with many, many souls.
Also, my dear, you have a very silver tongue.
Gideon
Who
would
would
know
say
about
this
that,
to me?
wouldn't they?
Very accurate. Okay.
Gideon would know about that now, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
Hey!
In response to that, Ishmael would just press like a quick kiss on the forehead. I mean, the worst I can say is no. It's worth a shot. Oh, we're really doing this, aren't we?
I think we're really doing this.
I met you all at a fridge many, many weeks ago for an art gallery. And now we are here, about to enter the trenches to face an unruly demon with an army of souls at its beck and call.
Sounds about right, yes.
We, all of us, have grown a lot since then. I think we can handle it.
Your sword sharpened, Alecto?
It's not my sword I'm worried about. To teach you all how to fight.
I thought Lillian
know
just
how to
like
fight?
swings the gun around.
Like, and for like the first time, like Kitten like notices the gun and gives like a very sharp double take. Since when have you shot a gun?
Barrel away, darling. Barrel away.
That
Come
thing
on.
is
sorry.
Almost
Right.
as big as you.
We needed to. It was a long day.
Remember when I said we went to the Hollows, my dear?
I remember.
Actually, maybe if we got a couple more guns, it would be a good idea.
No, I think we have enough guns, Lillian.
I have one for each hand.
Maybe
Complaints, Alecto?
she would have some special demon-killing bullets, weapons.
That's not a bad idea. But more guns is about how you use them.
True.
A weapon is more dangerous sometimes more dangerous in the hands of someone who doesn't know how to use it.
Dangerous for everyone else, probably, except for your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did pretty well last time. Just
Alecto
need
gets
to get-
this far away look in their eyes. Real far away look. They remember walking outside of the other house without a key and everyone scattering and how stressed they were and Lillian getting like hurt and
Ishmael
just-
shooting a demon.
Roshni just shoots a glance at Lillian's cracks that are red. Well is a relative term, Lillian.
He
Kieran
came
would
out of it.
notice. Kieran would notice Ishmael's handshake.
Bonded through trauma.
Monitored trauma, baby.
Maybe it would be best if we regroup and get the contact who we need to talk to. And this is Kitten. And reconvene in a couple days to figure out the rest of the details.
A good idea. And no more guns. Roshni's looking at Ishmael, Lillian, and Eleanor as they say this.
I only have the two hands, Roshni. It's fine.
Okay,
We're
but no
Really should look at
summoning
something that's more
guns
long
for
range.
your demons.
Long range is great.
Now that's an idea.
We are Visley. I would not put it past you, Ishmael, to show up with 2 more arms and 2 more guns the next time we meet.
Ishmael thinks about it, looks at Alecto, and goes, "How mad would you be if I summoned something very big?"
How big?
Maybe about the size of the last thing I summoned. Maybe a little bigger.
You know, you've never asked me before, so just summon something to get me close enough to do what I need to do.
Alecto, you see Ishmael's eyes glitter. I might be able to do quite that, actually.
Okay, you head home before you get any more harebrained ideas.
At me?
Yeah, at
A
you, Ishmael.
Question.
Yes.
How are we going to summon Ilford? We were talking about going to battle, but
Is this in or out of character?
both?
Yeah, because
You have their true name, don't you?
Yes. So
We can replenish. I mean, we don't. Can we
We're
do this
gonna
out of
go-
character really?
okay. So
Out of
we're gonna
character really
go
quick.
to the Goetic place and summon him
Yes.
at there.
Here's the thing, though. Ilford has probably a level. We
Yes.
have a cap of how high of a
Yeah,
level of
yeah.
entity we're able to summon. So
Throw
we
that
might
out
not
the
be
window.
able to.
I want you to summon him.
Okay, yeah, throw that out
Okay.
the window, man.
Yeah.
All right.
You can summon
GG
him. I don't
gamers.
care. It's gonna be hard enough as it is, so it's fine.
And you all have
GG
his,
gamers.
you have
Okay.
his true name. That probably reduces the effective
it
level
does,
and brings
it
him
does.
down to your range.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. GG.
So-
All right.
Oh, bold of you to
Cool.
assume it reduces it into the range.
Plot range.
Into the range of my sword, I hope, at least.
Hey.
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 Okay. So then back in character, Lillian, I should probably be the one who does the summoning.
I think that
If
makes
I-
sense.
Call for him.
Uh,
It'll probably be less suspicious than if Ishmael does or some
About that,
stranger.
Lillian, Kidden actually breaks away from Ishmael and makes his way over to you and kind of places their hands on your shoulders. Would you consider stepping out of this one? I really don't want you to get hurt. Your parents entrusted me to you, and I lost you in shadow, and I don't know what I would do if something happened to you.
Lillian's gonna stop for a second, and hug them, and pull back.
They hold you. They don't give you the opportunity to pull back. They're like holding you super tight.
And this is when she's going to turn to glass and pull out. Not like a violent way, but just like a gentle like step back.
Yeah.
And put her hand on his shoulder. You have done so much for me without me remembering any of it.
Not enough.
Everything. You're the reason I'm still here. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the reason Ishmael kept going. You brought us together. And I can't let my new family go do this without me.
Nothing I say is gonna change your mind, is it?
No, but we can do this together.
And they will
And
pull you into
this
another
really is
hug.
the best way. I'm the least chance that Ilford will lash out. And it will give everyone a chance.
They're hugging you again. Sorry. They don't want to let you go.
And she hugs Kieran back. And kind of waves over to Ishmael to come in.
Ishmael saunters over, just wraps both his arms around the two of them, and hoping to bring a little bit more light into this, because this has been a hard week for Kiran. To bring a little bit more light into this, he'll smile and say, "Yeah, she's been getting that stubbornness from me, so let's do this together."
All right. I'll see if I can find anything that could help.
And together, we'll do this. And Lillian will turn to the rest of the group and look at them. We are doing this together as a family.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to do or say? I know we're a little early, so we've got like 10 minutes, but it also
The
seemed...
only thing
Go ahead.
The only thing I will say is probably at the end of this conversation, when everyone is walking out of the workshop, I will linger a bit longer.
Mhm.
And with the hand, I have the hand armor on with that glowing white diamond. I will sort of run a hand over a large blank canvas that I have, and then walk out.
All right.
I think the last thing that Alecto says, or the last thing they offer is for before we all go to the Hall of Goetics to meet back at their shop, like we did the first time.
Okay. And I will say that the summoning for the next session will happen however much time people need to do whatever y'all are doing in downtime. Anyone else? All right. Hey everybody, that was session 11. Is it penultimate? Is that how the word works?
Penultimate, yeah.
Penultimate episode. Next week is gonna be the finale, by the way. Whoo. Okay. It has been a wild 11 sessions, but it's been great. So let's go around. Say, hey, hi, howdy, who we are, and where you can find us, whether you progressed your arc, and all that fun stuff. So who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Hell
Hi
yeah.
everyone, my name is Valiant Dorian, also known as Also Spirit. I have a TTRPG performer as well as Twitch variety streamer. You can find me either at Valiant Dorian or at Also Spirit Bear. Good luck figuring out which one it is. Ha ha ha. I played Ishmael, our peacock of a Goetic who uses he, they pronouns. And in terms of joy or despair this session, I think it's a joy. We messed up Lensis Barricant so thoroughly. It was such a thorough whoop ass that I feel like Ishmael got a lot of joy out of it. It was so coordinated. It was great. In terms of whether or not he progressed his arc, this is a very interesting question because in my mind, it feels like rescuing Kiran is tied to sorting this whole issue.
So you have finished your character arc. I don't remember how much you get out of it, so check the key, but your arc is done.
I believe it's 3 and a joy.
Yeah, so double check that, but you'll get X amount.
Okay.
So.
Excellent, great, wonderful. So yeah, that's it. I will popcorn this over to Lillian/April.
Hi, friends. I'm April. You can find me everywhere as April Breakgun. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, so just do the socials. It's easier. I played Lillian, the other co-edit, who just splinters into fragments. I think I got a joy because we work together and everything is happy right now.
For now.
April got a joy because her favorite shit flourished. As for my arc,
I was gonna say yours is unfinished for a little bit longer.
But I would say I'd advance it because everything that we do is getting closer to it.
Yes.
And I feel like now my arc is just Ilford.
There is one more thing that
oh no.
Some information will be spilled, but you won't be able to act on it. But it will help towards completing your arc.
Ah! Okay, so yeah. Yeah.
There's one more thing
cool.
that hasn't been resolved yet.
Cool. As April processes that, I'm gonna throw this over to Roshni. Hamnah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hamnah. I use any and all pronouns. I don't know what that was. Please don't point it out. And I'm a TTRPG performer. You can find me on Twitter at @8shy_, where I talk about all of the different projects that I'm a part of. Similarly, it's easier to just follow me on Twitter to see where I am at any point, because I'm in a lot of different places. In terms of Roshni's arc, I think for once I actually did not progress it.
Oh no.
I would argue that C took that away from me today, actually.
I like we can figure this out like the final last session, but like no offense, I think you're on the way to failing your arc.
I agree. The no offense taken. I genuinely, I did not progress my arc today.
No, you did not.
I did get a joy though.
Look at
Roshni's
C
so
causing
fucking happy
problems
now.
on purpose.
Speaking of the problem child, I will pass it on to C.
Hello, darlings. My name is C. I use they, them pronouns. I am a dancer, digital artist, tabletop streamer. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Pi Sharp Art, making very trans, very gay art. You can also find me on Saturdays at 7 p.m. US Central Time, playing our misbeloved Okahien over on Transplanar RPG, which, if you don't know already, is an all-transgender, person of color-led 100% homebrew D&D 5th edition actual play live stream. We have our episodes at Saturdays at 7 p.m. US Central Time. It's great. Come check us out at Transplanar RPG across the internet. And Alecto today. I've been thinking about this whole time. I suppose it's a joy. It's a joy. Okay. And I might have completed my arc. I'm close.
You're extremely close.
But I'm like, I can't tell if this was the moment or if doing the other thing is going to be the moment.
How about
I'm
this?
not sure.
How about this? Since next session is the final session, we'll say mechanically you get the benefits of finishing your arc. How about that?
I love that, Mare. Thank you so much.
And Hamnah, if you want to do the same thing, and April, anyone who has completed their arc can take the mechanical benefits now so you can spend them before next session.
I think you meant Val. Not
Mare.
me.
Sorry, everybody, I think, who has not officially finished their arc, you can take the mechanical benefits now. And we'll finish it narratively. Unless you don't want to, Hamnah.
I was gonna say, I might fail, so I'm gonna say no, because
You still get
then
something for failing. It's like,
okay.
I don't think it's a lot. I think it's at minimum like a despair. But double check the rules.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
But I will thank you. That was very generous, Mary. Thank you. I'm very excited about
That's
that.
what we gotta do sometimes for limited series.
I love it for me personally. So yeah, I'll take a joy for this session, for a bittersweet joy, but a joy nonetheless.
And last
And I'll pass it to Alex.
Yeah, I think that's just me. Hello, everybody. My name is Alex. I'm a bisexual engineer who causes problems on purpose. Let's think. Yeah, this is the only thing I'm working on right now. That might likely change once we hit mid-March and I find out what my actual work schedule will be. And I hopefully find out that I don't have night shift and I get to keep a social life, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you want to listen to, I don't know, random, like, very milquetoast RPG takes, you can follow me on Twitter at PhoenixAxolotl. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Let's see. I don't think I finished my arc. I think I have one step left. But I think I'm pretty fucking close.
You're really close, but you could still take the mechanical benefits.
Yes. And I do think I would earn a joy this week.
It's 2 weeks in a row where everyone gets a joy.
We're making progress.
Hell yeah.
It's terrifying, to be honest.
Yeah.
Utterly terrifying.
Some of you have evened out your joy to spare ratio, except for Lillian. It's fine.
I need more sadness, apparently.
You know what? Let me make a note right here.
Oh, okay.
More
No,
despair.
not at the last, not at the end. Oh no, I spoke too soon.
We're taking notes on that?
It's fine.
Make Lillian sad.
Yeah, make Lillian sad. Listen, I was just told no harm can come to Lillian. It doesn't mean I can't make her sad. I already know a couple people are gonna riot if something hurts Lillian. Anyway,
Now
I'm
I
one of
just
those
want
people.
now I kind of just want her to die just because it'd be funny.
oh no.
No! No!
April, what the fuck?
Listen, I think I got the go-ahead from literally everyone to turn you into ghosts. It's fine.
Yeah. Come on, a little Lillian ghost.
That'd be cute. But anyway, hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I'm running a shit ton of charity streams in March, which I think just about everybody is participating in. Yeah, just check my schedule. I'm gonna try and get the promo image out soon, so you all know the schedule. But it's most Wednesdays, most Saturdays, and like a couple Sundays. It's fine. Anyway, oh, and this coming Saturday, I will be in a Cypher system one-shot where I am going to play an urban explorer who is wanted by the law and has a YouTube channel that documents all of her urban explorations. She's great. Val will also be there. He's gonna be my best himbo friend.
gonna be great. Come watch us. We're gonna
Yeah.
only make good decisions.
Only good decisions. We're
Only the best.
We're looking into some 3 a.m. disappearances on the subway. It's gonna be great. But anyway, we will see you next week for the finale of The Soul's Confidant, everybody. Bye.